Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be doing a score review on Lost Odyssey's DLC Dungeon Pack Secret of the Deep. Now, this dungeon pack cost roughly $1, and I'll be judging it in 5 separate categories, starting with graphics. This particular DLC offers a new vista for you to go throughout the 26 floor dungeon. The only downside with this is this dungeon, the way it's set up, uses a lot of the same design assets that were also in the experimental staff section of the game. So it doesn't really offer anything that looks different so much, but it does offer, it's the same floor layout for all of the first 25 floors. The only thing that changes are the individual bridges that you cross. Now, as for story, this DLC does have a bit of a story. Most of it's behind the magic diaries you find scattered on each floor. It doesn't explain all. It explains the whole story of the actual dungeon and what its intent was for. And there's also a very minor story at the very bottom 26th floor. Now, for the music and sound effects, this DLC does not add any new sound effects, so to speak, but it does, I think, add a new song for the boss battle at the bottom of the floor. Now, as for gameplay mechanics, this DLC contains 26 floors. Each grouping of 5 floors minus the 26th floor has a unique identity, like enemy immunities or like strengths, special effects, only counters, various different things that you gotta contend with. The 26th floor is the super boss. It's basically, it makes this DLC to be an endgame opportunity for people who had the best team and abilities in the standard game. This DLC also comes with a set of achievements, fairly simple. It's just basically beat the DLC, which you get one achievement every 5th floor. So generally I rate a game or DLC 5 out of 10 as average instead of the industry standard of 7 or 8. And this particular DLC, I would say I would give a 7. While it does have a unique new area for you to be in, it doesn't really add anything in terms of graphics to the game, so it's not really getting anything beneficial there. For the story, it kind of has a weak story, but this DLC is only $1, so I mean I can bypass that. The story's not going to enthrall you. You're really just going to be here for the items and the challenge of the DLC pack. As for the music and sound effects, this is another category that you probably won't be coming here for, but you'll most likely like the song that comes with the super boss battle. And the gameplay and mechanics for the game. The new rings are unique that you pick up, and a lot of the accessories have some nice abilities, but the it's pretty much, with the exception of one accessory, you can pretty much bypass the entire dungeon with just the standard stuff you get in the game. The achievements aren't too bad, but like I said, it's pretty much. So I would give this a 7 out of 10. While for the money, this is great, and it's a nice challenge for those who wanted more out of the game, or want different ways of experiencing this game. The only reason why I didn't give this an 8 is because the accessory you get for completing the dungeon confounds me to no end. You get the Eternal Magic Engine accessory. The item is amazing, but by the time you beat the boss of this dungeon, you seriously do not need it. It basically gives you the 0 cost MP skill. Any skill or spell in the game costs 0 MP to use. And to get it after you beat the hardest boss in the game, including beating out the ones from previous areas in the core game, you've already beat the whole game without something that powerful. There's no point to have something that powerful other than Cloud. So 7 out of 10, and I'll see you guys in the next scored review.